Section 2.6, Translating English Phrases and Algebraic Expressions. The objectives: translate English phrases into algebraic expressions, translate algebraic expressions into English phrases, create word problems that fit a given equation. Example 1. A. English phrase. A number plus 3 added to z, the sum of z and 3 more than a number, z increased by 3. All of these phrases mean exactly the same thing algebraically. A number plus 3 added to z, the sum of z and 3 more than a number, z increased by 3, become the algebraic expression z plus 3. Example 1b, English phrase. The product of 3 and x, 3 times a number, 3 multiplied by the number represented by x. All of these English phrases have the same algebraic expression. The product of 3 and x, 3 times a number, 3 multiplied by the number represented by x, all become 3x. Example 1c, English phrase. Twice the sum of x and 1, the product of 2 with the sum of x and 1, 2 times the quantity found by adding a number to 1. All of these English phrases have the same algebraic expression. Twice the sum of x and 1, the product of 2 with the sum of x and 1, 2 times the quantity found by adding a number to 1, all become 2 times the quantity x plus 1. Notice here the parentheses are important. Example 1d, English phrase. Twice x plus 1, the sum of twice x and 1, 2 times x increased by 1 more than the product of a 2 and a number. All of these English phrases have the same algebraic expression. 2x plus 1, the sum of twice x and 1, 2 times x increased by 1 more than the product of 2 and a number, all become 2x plus 1. Again, the parentheses are important. These two problems, C and D, are very similar. Example 1e, English phrase. The difference between 5 times a number and 3 less than the product of a number and 5 times a number minus 3 subtracted from 5n, 5 multiplied by a number less 3. All of these English phrases have the same algebraic expression. The difference between 5 times a number and 3 less than the product of a number and 5 times a number minus 3 subtracted from 5n, 5 multiplied by a number less 3, all become 5n minus 3. Example 1f, English phrase. The quotient of a number and 6n divided by 6. The ratio of a number and 6. These English phrases all have the same algebraic expression. The quotient of a number and 6, n divided by 6. The ratio of a number and 6 all become n over 6. 1g, English phrase. The square of a number squared. Both of those English phrases have the same algebraic expression. The square of a number squared, are both x squared. 1h. The cube of a number cubed. Both of these English phrases have the same algebraic expression. The cube of a number cubed, both become n cubed. It's important to understand that in example 1a, the phrase the sum of z and 3 was translated as z plus 3. If the expression had been translated as 3 plus z, there would have been no mathematical error because addition is commutative. Commutative means you can go in any order. That is, z plus 3 is equal to 3 plus z. However, in part E, the phrase 3 less than the product of a number and 5 must be translated as it was because subtraction is not commutative. You cannot subtract in any order. You can add in any order, you can multiply in any order, but both subtraction and division order matters. So 3 less than 5 times a number means 5n minus 3, while 3 less than 5 times a number means 3 minus 5n. Therefore, be very careful when writing and or interpreting expressions indicating subtraction. The same is true with expressions involving division. Example 2a. Change each phrase into its equivalent algebraic expression. Here we're only going to have one English phrase and we're going to write our algebraic expression. 2a, the number of minutes in h hours. You do have to have a little bit of background here. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So the algebraic expression is 60h. 2b, the cost of renting a truck for 1 day and driving X miles if the rate is $30 per day plus 25 cents per mile. So $30 per day plus 25 cents per mile is going to become 30 plus 0.25x, where x represents miles. Example 3, change each algebraic expression into an equivalent English phrase. In each case, translate the variable as a number. 5x is A, B is 2n plus 8, C is 3 times the quantity A minus 2. 3a, 5x will become the product of 5 and a number. There are multiple options you could have for these English phrases. This is just one example. 3b, 2n plus 8 could become twice a number increased by 8. 3c, 3 times the quantity a minus 2 can become 3 times the difference between a number and 2. Example 4. For each equation, make up your own word problem that might use the equation in its solution. Remember that the variable can be translated into something like a number or some number. A is 5x plus 10 equals negative 10. B is 3y plus 25 equals 2 times y plus 6. For A, some number is multiplied by 5 and the product is increased by 10. If the result is equal to negative 10, what is the number? For B, if 25 is added to the product of 3 and a number, the result will be equal to twice the sum of the same number and 6. What is the number? Translating equations into word problems. In example 4, the translations are not unique. In fact, there are many ways to make up a problem for each equation. However, all word problems should result in the same equation. You should be able to show your word problem to your classmates and have them agree that the related equation will give the solution to the problem.